Good morning, friends. Sorry I'm a minute late. I was chasing the dog. He was running out of the front yard, down the street, go visit somebody. All right, let's get us up and going here on the other side. Doesn't seem to be working. As you hop on, say good morning. Welcome to Bailey's and Tea Saturday. Cheers. Here's my dog mom cup. Okay, now we're in the right spot. Now I just have to find my feed. It is July the 18th, 2026. It is Bailey's and Tea Saturday. As usual, it is bright, sunny, and hot here in Edmonton for once, although it's supposed to be a little bit of a weather pattern, something going through later today. Uh-oh, I got tea on my mat. I was pouring tea from one mug to another and made a mess here. Okay. So I don't know who will join us, who's up early, bright and early this morning, but we'll get started and you can see all the goodies. I did get an order in this week, so I do have some stuff to show you for the product of the month, and then actually I should check and see if it's still available. And then the new, what am I thinking of? Come on, people, tell me, the paper pumpkin kits. I got my dies in, so I'll be able to show you those in real life instead of just on a picture. And then we're gonna have a play. I just attended a stamp camp last weekend with Tricia and Brenda, and we played with the Pretty Poinsettias bundle. And so I'm gonna show you the projects that we made there, and then a couple other ones that I've made. I haven't had a lot of time to create this week, so I managed to get 2 cards and the one that we're gonna make together today done this morning. Amazing what you can get done in an hour when you're under pressure, right? And then, well, I'll show you some of the projects that we made at that event. So, and if you're interested, their next one is either late September or early October. They haven't set the date and they haven't picked the product. They were waiting to see the new September to December catalog and the online exclusives for September before they made their final decision of what we are going to use. But it's always fun, and you're never disappointed. You always leave with lots of ideas, and they always pick a fun stamp set. So if you're interested in joining them for that one, you can reach out to Tricia or Brenda or myself, and I'll pass you along the information and how to get in contact with them, and you can join us for the next one. All right, so let's flip you around and we'll get started on what we're going to play with today and a couple of the upcoming specials that are ongoing right now. Okay, so let me just flip you around and down and back, and then a little closer so you can see. Here's your little treat, your little carrot treat this morning if you need it. Little pick me up. Let's get us all organized here and in spot. I moved some stuff around here and I see everything's a little out of whack. Okay, so we'll put those away. I apologize if you can hear Kane. I can hear him sort of moaning or something because his dad's outside. So, and he is not, because he was running down the block, as I told you at the beginning. So, Begonia Bell is the product of the month. Sorry I didn't go on before and see if it's still available. I haven't seen anywhere that it is not, but it is only available until the end of the month. So we're halfway through, or a little more than halfway through, and you can still get it, I think. If someone pops on that knows more differently than myself, please speak up. So I'm just going to turn this over so you can kind of see it, maybe. It's very I think you can see it more on the black and white here. It's a very detailed flower stamp set. It's got some wonderful little sentiments and stuff like that. I know it's a flower set, and we have tons of flower sets, but it is super pretty. And you can get it with a $100 order with, for, what do they do it now? $7. I was going to say $5, but I know they bumped it up. So here's an example of, the detail that's in those flowers and stuff like that. So it's super duper pretty. I wasn't going to get it, and then I'm like, oh, why not, right? Once you hit that threshold, you're like, okay. And then the new paper pumpkin kit, which I did post into the featured section just the other day. is the Kindred Greetings. It comes with these beautifully layered die cuts. And then we've got the add-on dies that you can get for the 3 months. Obviously, July's is current for the little flowers. August, the circle matches up with that one. And then the leaf is going to be for September's kit. So super cute. These are always good to get. They're $16 or $18 now. And there's the code if you need it. They're good for just dies. If you don't have a circle and a leaf and some flowers, like this is perfect. Inexpensive little set that you can keep using and using and using, and you don't have to use it with the paper pumpkin kits. Those are very versatile dies that can be used with everything that you own, right? So always a good investment to see what those are all about and to get those. Okay, so let's have a look at the pretty poinsettias. So we've got this gorgeous stamp set with nice big bold greetings. You'll see how big they are here. They're super duper big. If I put my hand in behind, you'll be able to see. So these are great for scrapbooking and cards. And then you've got a little one, most wonderful time of the year, and then bright Christmas wishes down here as a strip sentiment. And then you've got little add-ons. This is for the inside of the poinsettia. These are little accents, of course, to put on your card. And then you've got a little set of 3 little flowers there that you can use as well. And then you've got this neat little background sort of plaid stamped image. And then you've got the dies. The dies are absolutely gorgeous. I did not cut out this one to show you guys, but I did cut out the poinsettias. Hopefully these are, you can see them. I don't know, the light is terrible down here. They come out, they've got like detail in them, so you can see the veining of the flowers. And so you're going to build, there's 3 different sizes. You're going to build your poinsettia. And there really is no rhyme or reason to how you lay these down. Just kind of overlap them and they sort of build your poinsettia. Now you can do 2 layers, 3 layers, 4 layers, depending on how chunky you want your poinsettia. And then when they're all layered up, they look like that. Pretty, right? I'm sorry, it's so dark down here. The lighting. Ugh. And then you've got some that will cut out the stamped images. So you've got your little greenery pieces here, your flower, your leaves, your inside piece. You've got some other little builder sort of, I call them, little builder leaves here that you can use as well. And then you can use these as your little, you can use them as flowers, or you can use them as the insides of your poinsettia. You'll see on, that's these ones here. They could even be used as snowflakes. They almost look like snowflakes, eh guys? So you can also use those on your flower insides as well of the die cuts. You'll see on one of the samples that I did, you'll see that. All right. So let's jump into our card. So I was inspired because I received this card yesterday from Glenda in the mail. It's so pretty. This is the Lily of the Valley, I think is what this suite is called. I did not purchase it, so I cannot remember off the top of my head. But it opens really, really cool. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's so fun. Let's recreate that using the Pretty Poinsettia and the gorgeous, from the online exclusives, the In Color Gingham Gallery. Now, we did use this in Stamp Camp as well, so I thought that it just perfectly coincided with all the other cards that I'm going to show you as well. So this is a fun fold that is really, really neat that I'm going to show you. And I don't see Glenda on yet, so if I've screwed it up in any way, I hope if she does pop on, even in the replay, that she will correct my mistakes. But I think I got it down from hers. So it's a full sheet of cardstock. Now I'm just going to do white here, and I've used white for the example as well. You can use whatever color you want. What you want to do is score it in the middle at 4 1/4, and then flip it and score it at 5 1/4. Okay. So you're going to have like this little crossed off section here. Then what you want to do is, I'm just going to open it up so I do it correctly. In this square here, you're going to want to cut from your score point here to your score point there. Now you're not even going to be able to see this on screen. So when I cut it off, it will be more visible to you. I can't even see where my lines are to cut. I got it pretty close. Okay, so you're going to have this when you do your first cut. And then you're going to come down to this one here, and you're going to do the same from this middle point to this end point. And you're not really going to be able to get it bang on. Oops, let me put that to the bottom there. You're going to get it as close as you can because it's really hard to see. You may even have to just use a pencil and a dot. I got as close as I could, and then I just took my snips and cut up into it. If that makes sense. So I just did kind of this, and then we're going to cut off this top part here, and I'm going to grab a bigger pair of scissors because that makes more sense to get a clean line. You can put it in your trimmer if you're confident to cut those lines. So you're going to end up with this. Okay. Now what you want to be left with is these two triangles and this main square here. So you're going to cut this off as well. And I'm going to use that for my inside. Okay, so that's going to be my inside. So we'll quickly just cut that down to 4 by 5 1/4 and cut it on your straighter side, not your where you cut it off. Okay, so cut that off. I didn't, I'll just rip that off. I didn't cut it well enough when I did it. So this is what you're going to be left with. So this looks like this, right? And then that'll go on your inside when you're done. Okay, so I think I did that right. As I say, it's Glenda's creation, and if I've done it wrong, I know she'll correct me. Oh, Glenda is there. Hi, Glenda, and she's there with Norma. Hi, guys. So then we're going to have this, okay? So now I'm going to bring my card in here and put that aside. And then I've got my little middle. So what I did actually was I cut this down a little bit smaller because I wanted to layer in a piece of hydrangea hue cardstock. So I put hydrangea hue here. That is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I cut this one down to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 so that it just shows that little border. So when this is closed, I'm going to see this little edge of paper. Okay. You don't have to do that. If you use colored cardstock for your base like Glenda did, then you'll have that little edge. I, of course, use white, so I'm not going to have that edge. So that's why I made that alteration. And then you're going to need some designer series paper. Now, I've chosen that online exclusive in color gingham gallery paper, and I've chosen to use both sides. As you can see on Glenda's here, she's used probably both sides of the paper. I don't have this paper, so I can't compare, and I didn't go to the catalog. But what we did here was we took a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of paper and diagonally cut it in half. Okay, makes sense. You need 2 of them. Cut them diagonally and you will have what you need. So I'm going to close this so I get the visual of what I want, and I'll close hers properly so you can kind of see it. So I want this little plaid here, and then I'm going to use the big plaid on the inside. So I just flip it over and then it's going to have both. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll tear this down. I think I'm doing this right, Glenda, right? Do you remember? I don't know when you made this card, so I just thought it was so pretty when I got it in the mail like yesterday. So thank you for that. I didn't have a clue what I was going to do, and then I was inspired. I often get inspired by the cards that you guys send me, and I appreciate all of them. Okay, so then we've got those 2 down. Okay, so we've got that looking nice and pretty. And then what we'll do is, so what she did, she put paper on the inside as well. So same thing. We will put the bigger gingham here and the smaller here. So we're just doing the reverse of what we have on this side. Okay. Pretty easy so far, right? It's not a complicated fun fold, but it definitely packs a punch when it's all done and decorated. Oops. Okay, put this down, and it's using up your designer series paper. Oh, Glenda says I'm looking good. Okay. All right. Oops. There we go. So we've got that. I just love it. I think it's so pretty. Okay, so then what I decided to do was to cut. I wanted like the silver and blue. I thought that would look really pretty together. So I cut out of silver foil the leaf out of the dies. So this one here. And I'm just going to layer that down here. I'm just going to use a glue dot or two. Oh, I didn't bring over any ribbon. Oh, I might not want ribbon on it. I don't know. We'll see. I can always grab it. I'm going to put this sort of right here. Don't you think that hydrangea hue and the silver look really good together for a Christmas card? Absolutely gorgeous. And then I had some, oh, what did they call this? Snowy velvet, I think, paper. You guys might still have this in your stash. If not, you could use an iridescent or just plain white and do a little bit of coloring on it, whatever sort of look you're looking for. But I thought, oh, the texture of the fuzziness, right? And I do think we have a couple velvet papers right now. I'm not sure if there's a white in there, though. I didn't go looking beforehand. I should have, but, you know, as I said at the beginning, I had no time to create this week, so I was creating on the fly last minute, and I ran out of time to go and look. But I know if you guys are like me and you've got a little stash of goodies that you like to hold on to, never use up, like this flocked snowy velvet paper, you can drag it out for this season for all your special people that you're going to send cards to. Like, I would only send this to a really special person. No way would somebody that would just throw it away get this card. It's way too pretty. And then you just layer this. And as I said, there's no rhyme or reason to how you layer them. The petals are kind of all different shapes and ways. And like, you know, you've got longer ones here, shorter ones here. Like, it doesn't really matter. You can lay this down however you want, which is what I love about this set, is that there is no rhyme or reason. And a real poinsettia is kind of like that too, right? And then I went digging in my stash and I forgot to leave these out, so I knew the name of them. I think they're tags of gold or something they're called. They were from last year's catalog, main catalog. They got a little bit of gold on there. And I don't mind mixing silvers and golds. I don't know about you, but you can decide whether you like that or not. So I thought that would be really cute as the little greeting tag. Now, I was going to do 'Tis the Season, but I don't know if it's going to fit now that I'm looking at what I've got going on here. So let's see. Let's see what we can make happen. I should have tore that off before I went live. Nobody wants to listen to that terrible noise. Okay, let's see if we can make it work. Oh, it's really big. Okay. So I may just have to hide that hole. That was my intention, to hide that little hole. Although I can put some twine on there if I have to. So, okay, let's just go for it, eh? So let's do 'Tis the Season. I think it's going to fit on here. I should have probably tested it. I don't know. We like to live on the edge as crafters here. There we go. Okay. Yep, it fits somewhat. And then I'm going to take my hydrangea hue shimmer brush. And what I love about all of the greetings on this, let me just bring it over here, is it's got these sort of block spaces where you can add that little bling and glitter and whatever you want. So take your brush and just kind of color in those little areas. And I'll show you on one of the ones we did at Stamp Camp another idea that Brenda had on one of her cards for this little area. But, you know, if you got these shimmer brushes, you might as well put them to use, right? So there, I'll hold this up so you can see it. So it just gives that little bit of bling, a little bit more of a bold color as well. And makes it very pretty. Oh yeah, I can tuck that in right there. I'm just barely leaving myself enough room, right? Maybe, hang on. I should rethink this here a little bit. I probably should do it down here because I noticed it's kind of sticking out. Yeah, I'll stick it right there. And then it'll get covered underneath that little thing. So I'm just going to put a couple little dimensionals right here. And I'm going to hide that hole. Now, if you've put it down weirdly or something like that and you can't hide that hole, that's where I would just add a bit of ribbon. Then you can kind of mess around with that. Okay. And then I thought it would be really pretty, and I did not grab them and bring them over here. Silly me. Thank goodness they're right beside me. I thought it'd be really pretty if we put a antique pearl in the middle. Or you could do something in the silver or the gold, whatever sort of you want it. There we go. Isn't that pretty? And we'll add a couple more just to bling up the front. Oops. Because bling bling at Christmas, right? Put a couple up here. Oh yeah, I'm liking the look of that. Pretty, right? Although it looks like I tore off the edge of my, I'm gonna stick a glue dot under there so that that petal doesn't move and expose what I tried to hide. Right? We don't expose our secrets. We hide them. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then I thought just on the inside, let me just get the stamp set here out of my way. Just putting a poinsettia in the middle here, or on the edge. What color do we do? Do we do a blue one? Might as well just do a blue one. Do they have blue hydrangeas? Of course they have blue hydrangeas. Blue poinsettias? In our world, they do, right? Because you can make any color you want of anything when you're a crafter. Oops, sorry, you guys. I'm just going to stamp it off. So I'm going to grab my paper here. And my ink needs to be massaged, so it's kind of wonky. Okay, there we go. I think I got it. Oh, well, you know, we've got some splotching going on, but they're pretty, right? And then I think I'll just do a quick little golden glow middle, because that'll tie in my little tiny bit of gold from the front. There we go. Okay, we'll put those there to clean later. I need to massage all my new in colors. They're all kind of blotchy. There we go. Is that not pretty? It's okay that we've got that little bit of black. If I really don't like it, I will fix it. But I don't mind it. It's just really juicy, my pad, and it needs to be worked in. Do you ever get that where it's kind of like you're getting blotches or it's like looks like little circle-y dots? I think the first one that I stamped kind of looked like that. Oh, no, it actually blended. But just massage your pad with a back of a spoon or your phone folder or something, and that will work the ink down and give you a clearer image. There we go. So that's the inside. So pretty, right? I love it. And here's Glenda's again. Pretty, right? So you can do that in anything, any paper, as you can see, any little die cuts, you know, anything. The sky's the limit with this fun fold. I love it. So there, that's the card we're making, or that we've made today. And then I'll show you some extras. So let's look at so they made us cute little tags on our little presents and stuff like that. So we got bonus presents. So I want a shimmer brush in this little cute package. And then if you sign up early and pay them in advance, which they do love, they give us a little super stamper prize. And so we got the Touch of Gold Tags Mix and Match Specialty Ephemera Pack, which is current now. The one I used is from a set from last year. So we got those. And then we got these cute little treats. We always get a treat in our stamp camp with a cute little tag. So fun. So here's the cards that we made. So this is Brenda's, and that shows you what you can do as well. Just use your Stampin' Marker or your Stampin' Blend if you don't have the markers anymore, and you can just do little polka dots inside of it. And this is one of the new embossing folders. I think it's called Timber or something. I'm sorry, I don't know the name. I haven't learned it yet. But that's got that background on it, and it's super cute. And then, of course, the banner dies cut out that designer series paper again, and then we've just layered, and we got the buttons as our embellishments. So we've got button center little poinsettias. Cute, right? And then I won't mix them up here. I'll show you Brenda's first, and then I'll show you Tricia's. I just gotta remember who's in the pile here. That was Tricia's, and this is Brenda's. Okay. And then we did this sort of little fun foldy-ish one with the golden glow. And then our sentiment peeks out through the center there. Cute, right? And there's those little flowers, a little set of 3. So you can obviously cut them out or just stamp them as a little trio accent. Cute, right? And then that's just layered on top of just a single piece of cardstock. I love it. And then we did this one as well. So we used those little flowers on the bottom edge here. And this one opens up too, really fun. We've got a little square of the florals and the reds and the pinks and added the green. And then she used the banner punch, which is long retired now, but all of us will not get rid of it. Just a little button detail on that. And then it opens like this. So we've cut off most of the front. And then, of course, we did those flowers on the inside as well. And then just a flower on the inside. And there's the leaf examples in the large and the small. Cute, right? I just love this paper. Oh, speaks to my heart. And then, oh, no, sorry. That was a Tricia card. This one's Brenda's. So we did that one. There's the greenery. You can see, the little more of the detail there. And then we did it here as well and behind. So you can do the die cuts and then the stamped image on top as well. And this is in the crisp cantaloupe. And then we just used the cutout from the middle on the inside and just did a little bit of decorating there with the paper. So super cute. That's 2 of the sentiments as well. You'll see how big they are. Very useful. Right? Cute, right? Okay, so that one was a Tricia card. And then we did this fun one that's got that background stamp just stamped off in the background. And there is a couple under there as well, but they all got hidden. And then we cut out all this detailed stuff and just layered it in there. But the green and the gold, ooh, pretty. I love it. And then we've just got some stamped flowers on the inside. Pretty, right? And then we did this fun one. You don't need to see my envelope for that one. This one, and then it pulls out. It's like a little pocket. You could make this a little gift card holder if you want. I think I accidentally glued mine down. We used the little stiff flowers. We just used 2 of them on our pad to do a little border piece there, and then layered it with the designer series paper. And again, we just stamped all the greenery and then layered on all of our little pieces over top, and then used that stamp on the background there as well. And then this is long retired, but Tricia's like me. She hoards all of her stuff, and so she thought that was perfect to match. I think I have some too somewhere. I'm looking at the wall here. Oh, maybe I used it all. Nope, I don't have any anymore. So she brought that out, so that is retired. But then we just stamped a flower. We kind of edged it with our shimmer brushes and then used the buttons to decorate as well. And then there's that greeting. It does come in a long sort of banner form in the stamp set, but you can cut it up and use it as well. So that's a really cute little pocket card. And then I went searching on the internet for inspiration, and it was really hard because there's not a whole lot of inspiration out there for people using this set yet. So, but I did manage to find this beautiful one by Virna Shapiro, I think is how you say her name. She used, these two are retired, this paper and this little glimmer, but you might still have it in your stash because this just retired. And then blended on a piece of white cardstock with the blender brush and some real red, and then die cut out those flowers. So you get the variations of color in your die cuts. And then that's just vellum layered with that leaf dye. And then these are from, I think these are retired. I think they were from last year. I just dug out some Christmas stuff and got it ready to start creating. Those are those ephemera packs that had all those gold Christmas sayings in them. I just dragged those out. This twine is retired too, but you may still have it in your stash, that white and gold sort of mixture. And then just layered it with some of the metallic dots in the silver. So we've kind of got a silver and gold mixture here. Don't be afraid to mix your metals. And then I don't know if you'll be, oh yeah, you can tell here. That snowflake paper, I had it and never used it last year. So it just was sitting on my floor to be filed away because it's retired now. And I thought, I'm going to use that for the background of this card. And it looks so pretty. It's like snow falling and then you see the little poinsettia. So that's a beautiful card by Virna Shapiro. And then this one is by one of our artisans. I kind of copied it, but I eliminated a couple things off of it. What's her name? Sarah Sayer. This pretty one in the Peaceful Pine. Oh, I love it. She had a bit more gold flecking or embossing, or I'm not sure what she did on the back. So I was running out of time to create. So I just kind of eliminated a couple things. These little iridescent dots are retired, but everything else is current. Oh, this thread is retired as well. But of course I stocked up. But isn't this pretty? And then she just kind of did the watercoloring on the veining with, I thought it was soft sea foam. That's what I used. I'm not sure what she used, but that's kind of what it looked like from the picture. But super pretty. And then you'll see that weird little, which I didn't know, which I said could be snowflakes. These little things are just layered together to make your flower center. So super pretty. So try out, layering it with color and white and just, yeah, play with these poinsettias. They're so much fun, right? And then what else do I have to show you? One more thing. Then we're wrapping this show up. I created, I'm in one of the scrapbooking groups that Brenda puts on. And so I decided for, I think it was our May layout that she designed, I decided to use this set to finish off my page. So I just stamped the flower in the background. I flicked it with some Barely Blush shimmer pens. And then I just sort of layered with the colorings that I had chosen, which was the Peaceful Pine and what is this, basic beige, a little crumb cake, and just layered it all together. This I pulled from somewhere else. I can't remember. Remembering You, something. It's got remembering in the beginning of it. And then I used the little heart border from Bordered in Beauty. So I just kind of grabbed, with this class, you can kind of use whatever. So whether it's current or retired, it doesn't matter. Most of this is current. But super cute, right? And then we can just add a little picture in there from our Christmas whatever we do at Christmas that sort of matches with this page. So that's a scrapbook page as well to inspire you. So lots of fun things, right? I did not do a draw. I don't even know what card I made last time we were live, you guys. I'll find it. I'll draw a name and somebody will get some goodies. And I will be back. When am I back? Oh, not next week, the following week. So we're already into August, you guys. Oh my gosh. It'll be August the 1st. And we are going to use, I'm just sneaking my head around here to look at my board. We're going to use Summer Happiness. So the one with the sunglasses and all the fun summer stuff, because finally summer feels like it's here. And I thought we should use that set. So we'll play with that one, and I'll inspire you with all kinds of goodies for that. And then somebody will win, I would say, out of these 3 cards. I want to keep all these ones I did at Stamp Camp. I will draw a name for somebody to be mailed a little gifty and one of these beautiful cards for watching and commenting today. So make sure that you comment, make sure that you watch the replay and comment, and or on YouTube when I post it, which will probably be tomorrow. And yeah, just make sure you comment. I'll do the draw just before, like the day before is usually when I do it, or I do it the morning of. So you have till August the 1st, basically, is what I'll say with that, to get your comments in and hopefully win one of these beautiful cards and a little prize. All right. Hopefully you were inspired with pretty poinsettias and the dies, and you go shopping and add that to your cart for your Christmas cards this year. There's plenty more coming. I got a sneak peek at the September to December catalog, and there'll be lots coming down the pike for Christmas and all the fun things. So be prepared, get yourselves ready. I know it's only July, but we have to think about these things early, otherwise they sneak up on us and then we have no cards made and we're scrambling. And this is a beautiful set that can pretty much cover everything for you. Scrapbooking, you know, little albums, those little mini albums we made a few weeks ago, anything like that, it'll be perfect for. So keep this one in mind, and I hope you have a wonderful Saturday doing whatever you're doing. Hopefully it's sunny where you are too, and I will see you on August the 1st. Take care, everybody. Paper hugs. Bye-bye.